all these governments do, regardless of political stripe, is they just campaign and prepare for elections and don't do any governing.
And get to the next cycle, because the whole thing is fundraising.
Exactly. And he made the point of, he goes, we have a part-time finance minister who works out of Toronto. She probably has gone into the Ministry of Finance maybe 5 times this year. How does she know her portfolio well?
Exactly.
Like, she's parading around the country in hard hats and vests, talking about doling out money that we don't have.
Yeah.
And the cost of living goes up because we continue spending money.
Yeah.
And if we do believe in the words of Milton Friedman, printing money causes inflation.
It's very simple.
Right? It's very simple.
I think I heard this thing, and it's so true, that like years ago, you would do you would go into the private sector, you would work and you'd work and you'd work and you'd accumulate all these skills and career capital and knowledge and everything. And then you go into service. And then you go into politics because you're serving your nation. You have this foundry of info and knowledge that you can bring to serve your country. Now you just have career politicians where they'll graduate Columbia, they'll do like some law school.
Columbia's not necessarily a great topic these days.
Yeah, that's not the best example. That's just top of mind. They'll graduate some Ivy League school, do law school, maybe do a year of something, and then they're in the public sector. And then their whole thing is politics. Now maybe that's a brutal generalization. But I do think that like you have career politicians now where all they care about is just making it to the next cycle. And so they're just going to make these trade-offs that serve their career. Before, people were done with their career. They were just here to govern, as you said. So I think it's completely different. I think when young people look at the government, one thing I'm happy about is that they have lost faith, because now they got to look inward and be like, well, they're not doing anything for me, so I got to figure this out myself. And I think more and more and more, I'm seeing young people just be like, to hell with that. Like, I'm just going to take control of this.
Take responsibility.
Because ultimately it should always been like that. But I would say that it's honestly, a lot of people just it doesn't even register in their head to be mad about like all of these things. It's just kind of like,
so they just tune them out.
It's just like, dude, this is what it is. It sucks, but like, let's just get it done. Now, I might be completely out of touch, but I think for the most part, I don't know many people my age, I'm 27, or, in their 20s that are looking at the government being like waiting, going like this, being like, can't wait till the government saves me. Like, I don't think anybody's that disillusioned to think they're coming to save us, because I don't think they are.
No.